out. Let's watch this.
I want to take this opportunity to apologize to all my Nigerian brothers, both the state and the people of Nigeria, for I did not do justice when I was explaining about Nigeria must go, when I did explicitly explain everything that transpired when it comes to Ghana must go. So Nigeria must go. This is what actually happened. When history is being told, it must be told the right way. For we criticize the West for telling our history haphazardly, for not explicitly explaining what transpired. This is what transpired in Nigeria must go. The entire Africa was one. When Kwame Nkrumah became the Prime Minister of Ghana, up to when he became president, he called on everyone who had money to come and invest in Ghana, that Ghana was open to the entire Africa and Ghana was open for business and they should come and invest. Nigerians, wealthy businessmen, were of 90% of the investors who moved to Ghana to invest. And the population of Nigerians in Ghana by then were up to 2 million Nigerians living in Ghana out of the 2.5 foreigners living in Ghana by then. But when Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown by Kotoka and the rest, then came Busia in power as prime minister. When Busia came, he was a staunch opposition to Kwame Nkrumah. He never liked Kwame Nkrumah and the policies. When he came, the very first thing he did was to dismantle Kwame Nkrumah's policy and brought in the Alien Compliance Order. When he brought in the Alien Compliance Order, this seek to sack every foreigner in Ghana. And he knew quite well that of all the foreigners in Ghana, Nigerians were 90% of them, and they were investors and businessmen. They invested in cocoa, invested in infrastructures, invested in all sorts of business, manufacturing, transportation, you name it. So when he passed this order and he gave them a deadline to leave, the Nigerians had no option but to auction all they had, because they were suppressed by the government. And by then, Busia passed this law that no foreigner should be engaged in. About 40 businesses he put down that no foreigner should engage in. So the Nigerians had no option but to leave, and it was a bad time in history. Nigeria had to sell, auction their cars. Nigeria had to auction their houses. Nigeria had to auction their businesses, their farm. Most were not even able to auction their businesses. They left it, and the indigenous Ghanians took over their businesses, their cocoa farm. They lost their lives in custody, and as a result of this, it affected, traumatized the Nigerians. Just imagine you took huge amount of business and money to invest in Ghana, and even when you are leaving, the hard cash money, the money you were supposed to take, the banks refused to give Nigerians more than £2,000, and these people had hundreds of thousands of pounds in their account in Ghana. The banks refused to give money, and these Nigerians, we were in huge migration crisis. So as this happened, within that period, they were